welcome to week 30 of Tuesdays in the Attic. Welcome to my channel. I have for you Flavors of the Month kit plus embellishments plus extra paper add-on plus some of the Shots of Life kit leftovers for Maggie Holmes, and Round Trip is the collection. Some beautiful, beautiful papers. I am doing you would have seen me also use this collection last week. I'm actually doing this one first because I'm doing a 2-page spread, as you saw the lovely sketch from the beginning. I wanted to make sure I had enough papers to do the 2-page spread first. And I have lots and lots of photos of a day my son and my husband went down to his my husband's mom's house, or my mother-in-law's house, did some work in the property that they own, cutting trees up and everything, checking out the frozen pond, and just having a good old day exploring and stopping at his father's grave and saying hi to him. And this was just a cherished photo. So this might be on a different page, but I do have all these other photos of that day, which I thought would be perfect because this sketch is full of photos. This would be a really good sketch for like a year review or a month review if you do just that kind of thing. Yeah, there's tons of photos on here. So I'm going to try my best. I don't know if I haven't really counted to see if I have the right amount of photos. And if I don't, we'll just replace that with either icons, embellishments, cards, something. But I wanted to get started on this week and see where it takes us. So let me get the papers kind of cut down, photos cut down, and all set to match as much with the sketch as I can. And then we'll get started. Oh, I have been playing a lot. So let me kind of explain what I've got going on here, and then none of this is glued down, and I will show you kind of what I've got going. And well, the background paper's glued down, the photos are not, because I gotta lift some things up yet. But I went ahead and I cut down my photos as much as I could. I decided that these 2 photos were going to stay out, and they're going to get their own fun, just little layout. So those are going to stay out. I'm going to do those a different day. I cut them down as best I could. And arrange them to kind of match the sketch as best I could. So everything's not going to be the same, obviously. I definitely don't have as many photos as a sketch, but I have a nice amount of photos. So the main part of the right-hand page, which I'm going to show you, well, I'll just show you right now, because this sketch is so, detailed and stuff. She actually split it up to 2 pictures on Instagram also. So that's how I have it. So we're going to focus more on the right-hand page for right now. I've washied my pages together just to make it a little bit easier. This is one of those cases, though, that technically the stuff doesn't overlap, but I did make my background paper overlap. So I cut up a bunch of that paper. So what I have here on both sides is I have cut strips. These 2 pattern papers are the same pattern paper. This is the back of this. And I cut 2 4-inch strips and then 2 2-inch strips. So I split my paper into 3 4-inch strips and then layered those on top. And then I did this one in 6 inches because the other side is luggage tags, and I didn't really care if I used those or not. Everything's height-wise is 10 inches. That's what I ended up doing. Obviously, I think it's a little different on the sketch. It's hard to tell, but I feel like there's more space. I really liked this dark blue paper, so I gutted it. For, if you remember in the beginning, I said I'm actually doing week 30 first because I wanted to make sure I had enough paper. And so you'll see the gutted, this part, you'll have seen it last week because I'm using this for week 29. But this is on the back of it. I also love this. So this is still what I have left. So I gutted it, and then I just cut, I kind of just cut L shapes to frame the top and bottom. I decided to do that. The sketch has clearly something all the way around, but I kind of liked the idea of just doing a little bit here, a little bit there. And that's a way to follow the sketch without following the sketch to a T. Something you can keep in mind. So I did that. So that is what is going on there. They're only an inch. It's almost like I gutted the paper around here. I just cut and then cut an inch off. So, and then I laid that down, and then I did the same for over there. I did cut an inch off. So this is actually a little shorter than that, but it doesn't really matter because it still gives you the same effect of kind of framing it and kind of backlighting it, but not completely. So the main focus, I wasn't too dead set on making sure all my photos on the right hand side were the exact same size. The whole point is that that's part of the sketch. It was like photos filled journaling spot in the center. So I cut these photos down maybe a little bit more than I would have liked originally, but it ends up working out, and I think I love the way it ends up looking. I grabbed some just dark blue cardstock from my stash. It's actually more of a royal blue cardstock, but it goes enough that it makes the photos stand out. So I did all 3 of these photos were just photos of the woods. This is an ephemera piece. This is the photo of my son going into the woods. I would have liked it to be in a different spot, but I like the way this arrangement looks better, and the journaling will say more. And then this is a photo of him. I cut that one down. I matted that one as well. The rest I'm going to leave. So that way only certain ones are matted, but I like the way this looks. This is a map. It's actually of Europe. I'm going to cover up Europe with this vellum banner, and then I love this little butterfly. I'm going to add him there, and I'm going to journal right over top of that map. That is my plan. So this is how this page is going to look. So let's get these photos glued down before I change my mind. And then this paper is actually the rainbow stripe paper. I wanted something on the bottom like in the sketch. They have like, it's almost like a gear border. I really like it. I don't have anything like that, but I thought this paper would be perfect to cut the edge. So I cut a chunk off, and then I fussy cut an edge out, and I really like the way that looks, and it brings some of the yellow down, and with blue that always looks good. So I'm going to get that tucked under as well. I want to cut this so it's the right length, and it looks like I want it to end with this paper here. So it looks like this is going to be the spot. Yep. All right, so let's get, let's see, do I want to do that first, or I think I want to get the photos down first, just because I want them down, because I really like where they're at. So we're going to do that really quick. So let me get those down. Okay, I just went ahead and glued everything down so that it was all set to go. So I glued all this down, tucked that under, and then I was going to do some more embellishing over here, but that was the gist of it that I took away for following the sketch, is just photos all the way around with my journaling in the center, and I really like the way this turned out. The left-hand side was more focusing on photos around and leaving this area for the title, which I will get to in a minute. I have an idea of what I want to do, but I gotta do some fussy cutting and things. But I had this ephemera camera and like this vellum burst. So I tucked that under there, had a map frame. I had this black heart just in my stash. I popped this up on foam, popped this up on foam, did my butterflies on foam. Ended up doing 2 smaller photos, these 2 photos, because I wanted them next to each other because they're of like the same thing. And then I wanted these next to each other because they're the same thing, and this is just him. So I'll probably put labels by some of the items. So let me grab those labels out. Thought about doing some florals, but I don't think I'll add too many florals. I've got butterflies already. That should be good enough. I want to put explore up here. I want to do let's go down here because he's got the keys. Smile right here by the camera. I thought about tucking this pink one up here somewhere. Ooh, that would actually work. Let's do that. As well as this orange camera. Pop that one up on foam. I really don't know what else. Let's see, we could put this heart with a label, I think. Maybe this orange label. Just to have something down there. I think I'm gonna put this blue label down, maybe down here below those 3 photos. That kind of looks good. We'll do that. I put that sticker adventure on some black cardstock. I cut it to a banner. So I was going to do adventure to remember. I was going to use one of the labels. And we have the word remember on our sticker sheet. I'm not really sure if these are supposed to be with this collection or if these are, but either way, I used those gold letters to do N, to, and then put March of 2019. We're going to add some of these because I really like these. Just gonna put this Daydreams one up there. This Today one right there. That photo's pretty crooked, but that's okay. Put perfect day right there. Yeah, I think that's it. Finishing touches. Done. So I hope you guys enjoyed. What's lovely now is all I have to do is take my washi tape off the back and I can separate them and put them in my books, but that's all I got to do. So thank you again. I'm going to glue this down for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this process. I hope you checked out the week before so you can see how I use the leftovers of this collection. And we'll see you next time. Bye!